So, before we get into what Nikita has said on Reddit about SPT, let's have a little bit more of context. Escape from Tarkov is a competitive looter shooter and needs a number of conditions to be met for it to be playable by a lot of people. For it to be truly a good gaming experience, there can be no cheaters or barely any. Dsync needs to be near to non-existent, the opposite of what we have right now, with desync abuse being the number one thing to learn if you want to win fights in EFT. You need a decent PC, a decent speed and stable internet connection, not to be far from the game servers, they themselves need to be very fast, and you have to want to play competitively all the time. It just isn't a game you can get on for a few hours a week and be good at or possibly even enjoy. A while back, people started looking at the game and thought this might be good as a single-player Stalkeresk game. So they made the single-player Tarkov mod, or SPT for short. And they even put in place strategies to protect BSG against piracy. You need an active, legitimate copy of the game to play the SPT mod. All it does is provide you with offline Tarkov with progression, where PMCs are replaced with AI, your progress is saved just like the online Tarkov, and you get to experience it in a single-player way. Now here's the portion where Nikita addressed SPT on Reddit, saying, "We are strongly against SPT. It's bannable and the most of it, totally illegal product done without our permission. We will do some actions later. Frankly, there's a few reasons why it needs to exist. And more importantly, why BSG themselves need to integrate it into Escape from Tarkov. First, BSG has sold thousands, if not more, EFT copies because people either had no choice but SPT if they wanted to play the game at all, or they just wanted a version of that game that fits their life for whatever reason. Here they have a clear financial interest that the modders are actually helping with, that BSG should officially take up as good for their business. The only reason for it being bad financially is if they maybe have a plan on releasing Tarkov single player in a DLC down the line, and this would cut off their sales. Second, you can learn how to play Tarkov without the constant pressure on the online PvP, making this a great tool for newbies who want to get into it but have no idea where to start. They can load up a save, play it, learn at their own pace, the routes, hotspots for fights, because the PMC AI simulates the live version in this aspect, learn the quests, the loot spawns, basically learn the game at their own pace, and then when they think they're ready and want to, jump on a wipe with some actual game time and knowledge behind them. Third, and the most important one in my opinion, it allows for people to play offline. Why? Well, there's still a lot of people around the world that don't have an internet connection. Or even if they do, it is often not fast enough or stable enough to allow them to play this game online. Maybe your ESP fucked up and you are without internet for a few weeks or even months and can't access the live game. SPT gives all these players an offline alternative to experience how good of a game Tarkov is. Fourth, there are a lot of issues that frustrate players into giving up on Tarkov at the moment. I would say the main two are desync and cheaters. This allows the players that want to continue to play Tarkov but are sick and tired of these two exasperating and disappointing characteristics of the live version. Can I actually see the guy that killed me on my screen? Can I not get one tapped in the face from the other side of the map? Thank you. Fifth, people aren't all at home with tons of hours readily available to deposit into EFT. There's work, family, obligations in the real world that limit most people's ability to play and enjoy the game all the freaking time. This isn't just some casual game you will not enjoy fully if all you have to play is a few hours a week. SPT allows for more casual players to still play at their own pace and availability, without feeling the pressure to get on. I know it wipes every once in a while, but in ESP, if a dude is not ready and wants to ignore the new stuff and continue on, he can. Sixth, sometimes BSG fucks up big time, recently shown to us by the insane broken audio and invisible players. Do you want to roll it back to a more stable version and play the game without these issues? Niet. You will play what I want, the way I want, I give it to you. In short, SPT allows you to roll it back, play a few weeks on a more stable version by yourself, enjoy the game, and when it gets fixed, jump back on the live version again. Why is this not a thing? Why are there no stable and experimental versions? There are many other reasons, but I'm gonna finish with seventh. It hurts no one. BSG sell more copies of the game for players that can only or want to play SPT. The online player base has remained stable and overall unaffected by the existence of SPT. Offline players can't use their offline saves to load into the online version. It's in reality two separate Tarkovs. Not a single aspect of the live version is affected by the existence of SPT. Where is the downside here? In fact, every single one of us wins. It is insane to me, after years of coexistence between both the live and offline versions, that Nikita still refuses to have a single-player mode with progression in Tarkov, isolated from the live version. The data is there. It makes no sense given everything. Why BSG still refuses to provide an offline experience to those that can't or won't play the live version, and even treat SPT as badly or worse than cheaters and cheat providers. Maybe, I don't know, have an offline version that you can download on your launcher or on your website so that people can go to an internet cafe or a friend's house with an internet connection and download the game and play it at their house. What is the downside to this? The only issue possible is more people decide to play the offline version than the live one, and that would be nobody's fault other than BSG's. If Nikita or anyone at BSG can see this video and reply why, after all of this, they still want a significant portion of their player base to feel shunned, to be outcasts and illegal because they don't have a good internet or internet at all, because they have to either give up their jobs to play well or just suck all the time, because they want to play Tarkov without cheaters or massive Dsync, because they want a stable version to play, or just because they want to play Tarkov as a Stalkeresk single-player game. Honestly, having taken a look for myself and played it, it is amazing, and I can definitely see why it's there, and why it needs to continue to be there, for these and many more reasons. I have an EOD account bought and paid for, and can completely understand why SPT actually is a great version of the game, and I'm sure that Nikita, if he actually played it, would also see why it is a good thing for the Tarkov universe. Maybe he has, and wants to cash it in the future as a DLC or separate version to sell. I don't know. What I do know is that it needs to exist, and it will, because a lot of players want it to. How about yourself? Have you played SPT? What's your opinion on this? Put it in the comments below. Just please be respectful. Leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.